Okay, you think you know all the rules at Movie World? Think again. Sure, you probably know you can't bring alcohol into the park or that thrill rides have height restrictions, but what about the rule that says adults can't ride the carousel horses? Or that your churro isn't welcome in a photo with Bugs Bunny? Yep, the park has a whole list of quirky, surprising, and sometimes downright unusual rules designed to keep things safe, fair, and magical for everyone. Hey theme park lovers, it's Jessie here from Park Hoppers Down Under, and today we're spilling all the secrets, from the rules that make perfect sense to the ones that will have you going, wait, that's actually a thing? Rule number 1, tickets are required for everyone. At Movie World, the golden rule for getting through those front gates is simple. If you're over the age of 3, you need a ticket. No ifs, no buts, and definitely no spectator-only passes hiding in the fine print. Whether you're the type to tackle every roller coaster until your hair's a mess, or you're more of a hold the bags and eat the churros kind of guest, the policy is the same for everyone. And it doesn't matter if the reason is illness, disability, pregnancy, height or weight restrictions, or simply the fact that thrill rides make you queasy. That ticket is still your all-access pass to everything the park has to offer. Because at the end of the day, you're not just paying for the rides, you're paying for the whole experience. The street shows, the parades, the meet and greets, the atmosphere. So whether you're zooming out on a coaster or waving at Wonder Woman from the footpath, that ticket is your key to the magic. And while we're on the subject of tickets, the ticket price is the ticket price. Whether the park is firing on all cylinders or a number of the big rides are taking a well-earned break in the maintenance bay. Yep, admission stays the same all year round, even during refurb season. While this might come as a bit of a shock to first-timers, it's totally standard in the theme park world because your ticket isn't just for the rides, it's for the whole Movie World experience. We're talking shows, parades, character meet and greets, street entertainment, and every other sprinkle of magic happening that day. But here's the pro tip. Check the official maintenance schedule before you lock in your visit. That way, you'll know exactly what's up and running, what's out for repairs, and you can plan your day and your budget with zero nasty surprises. Trust us, nothing kills the vibe faster than walking in and realizing your must-do rides are all under wraps. Rule number 3. Now here's something that catches a lot of people off guard. All tickets and passes are strictly non-transferable. The name and photo on the pass has to match the person using it, no exceptions. This also applies to special event tickets like White Christmas that might be included as part of your annual pass. Even if you can't make it, you can't give it to a friend, sell it online, or gift it to someone else. The park does this to prevent ticket scalping and to make sure benefits stay with the person who purchased the pass. So, if you're an annual pass holder, make sure you plan ahead for those special events. You'll either use it yourself or, unfortunately, it'll go to waste. And speaking of rules that keep the park safe and family-friendly, Movie World has a clear dress code. First things first, shoes are non-negotiable. Yup, they've got to be on your feet at all times. No bare feet, no I'll just slip my sandals off for a bit, and no tiptoeing through Main Street like you're at the beach. This isn't just about looking presentable, it's about avoiding hazards and not stepping on anything unpleasant that may have hit the pavement. Appropriate attire is also a must, which means save the swimwear for wet and wild, unless you want to be that person politely asked to find something a little less poolside chic. And while tattoos are fine, anything excessive or featuring offensive language, explicit images, or anything that might raise eyebrows will need to be covered up. Think of it like dressing for a family photo that's going to be on the fridge for years. Comfortable, safe, and something you wouldn't mind your grandma or a 5-year-old seeing. Okay, rule number 5. While dress-ups can be fun, only children aged under 14 are permitted to wear full costumes or face masks inside the park, and there's a good reason for it. While it might be tempting to rock up in a full Batman suit or channel your inner Wonder Woman, the park has its own team of professional performers who bring these characters to life. And they've spent a lot of time perfecting the walk, the talk, and the attitude. If guests showed up dressed exactly the same, it could confuse the little ones, and nothing bursts the magic faster than realizing there are 2 Batmans and one of them is eating a hot dog in the food court. There's also the safety side of things. Full face masks can block your vision and make it harder for staff to spot or identify you if something happens. That being said, you can still absolutely get into the spirit. Think themed t-shirts, accessories, light cosplay, or even a set of Bugs Bunny ears, as long as your face is visible and you don't look like you're about to join the official parade. That way, the magic stays intact, the pros can keep doing their thing, and you still get to look the part without breaking the rules. Queue jumping. At Movie World, it's a big no-no, and that includes just holding a spot for friends or family who are on their way and haven't joined the line yet. Everyone in your group needs to be present and wait together from start to finish. No swapping in halfway, no cutting ahead, and definitely no, "Oh, I'm just joining them." Not only does it make the guests behind you want to unleash their inner supervillain, but it slows everything down, sparks arguments, and throws the ride flow completely off track. Movie World stance couldn't be clearer. Everyone waits their turn together. So plan your snack breaks, bathroom runs, and photo ops before you hop in line, because nothing keeps the day fun and friendly like a queue that moves the way it's supposed to. And while we're talking lines, fast track passes can save you a lot of time, but there's a bit of fine print you'll want to know. They're cheaper if you buy them online the day before your visit, yay for saving money, but they're non-refundable. That means if you arrive and find a few rides are closed for maintenance, or you realise the park is quieter than you expected and you don't really need one after all, you won't be able to get your money back. It's worth checking the ride maintenance schedule and keeping an eye on the weather and crowd predictions before locking in your purchase, because once you've paid for it, you're committed whether you use it or not. And at number 8, rides have minimum and maximum requirements for height, weight, and sometimes even body size. And these are absolutely non-negotiable. It doesn't matter if you've ridden it before or you're willing to take the risk. If you don't meet the requirements on the day, you won't be allowed to ride. Every harness, lap bar, and seatbelt must fit, clip and buckle exactly as designed, or it's a no-go. Ride attendants will check, and if it doesn't fasten properly, you'll be asked to step aside. To avoid disappointment and awkward moments at the front of the line, most major rides have a sample seat at the entrance and height measurement bars to check before you queue. It's quick, it's easy, and it saves you a long wait for a ride you might not be able to go up. Rule number 9, climbing and standing on rubbish bins, statues, walls, or any part of the park's decor is a big nope, even if it's for that perfect Instagram shot or to give your little one a better view of the parade. And there's a good reason for it. Sure, it might seem harmless for a few seconds, but those themed props and structures aren't designed to hold the weight of people. They're there for storytelling, not for climbing. It's easy to lose your footing, hurt yourself, or worse, hurt someone nearby. Want that perfect parade view? We suggest staking out a parade spot early, and trust me, your photos will still be magical without risking a trip to first aid or an awkward chat with security. Now here's one that might surprise you. Movie World photographers cannot use your phone or camera to take photos for you. It's not that they don't want to help, it's simply park policy. The official photographers are trained to use their own equipment, which ensures consistent quality and avoids any liability if your device is dropped or damaged. Plus, keeping to official gear keeps things moving so the next family in line isn't stuck waiting. If you want photos on your own device, your best bet is to ask a friend, family member, or even a friendly guest behind you in the queue. But if you're using the official photographers, it'll be with their cameras only. And of course, you can choose later if you want to purchase them. Speaking of photo rules, you can't have your picture taken with a character while holding food or drinks. Yes, even though churros and Coca-Cola are sold all over the park, you won't see Batman holding one. That's because characters can't be seen to endorse products, whether sold in the park or not. It's part of maintaining their integrity and keeping the magic of the movies alive. Imagine Bugs Bunny with a burger or Wonder Woman sipping a smoothie. Just doesn't fit their worlds. So before your meet and greet, set those snacks and drinks aside so your photo looks timeless and stays true to the characters' stories. And while we're talking about character meet and greets, here's another one. Rule number 12, Don't ask the characters to take part in your baby announcements or marriage proposals. As magical as it might sound, Movie World keeps character interactions fun and consistent for all guests. You're welcome to celebrate your big news in the park, but having Batman hand over a ring or Daffy Duck reveal your baby's gender could blur the line between the character's official role and a personal storyline. Another rule that's super important to know, number 13. There are no pass outs at Movie World once you leave the park. Unless you're a pass holder, you can't come back in on the same ticket. This policy is in place for security, crowd control, and capacity management. It also prevents people from leaving to grab outside food or run errands and then rejoining the fun. So before you walk through those gates in the morning, make sure you've got everything you need: snacks, sunscreen, maybe a jacket for later, and definitely your phone charger, because once you step out, your day inside is over. Now, if you're wondering about bringing your own food, Movie World is actually more flexible than a lot of theme parks. They allow light snacks and homemade food like sandwiches, fruit, and crackers, especially for guests with allergies, disabilities, or young children. Alcohol is not allowed, and commercially prepared takeaway meals or pre-packaged hot food from outside vendors are also off limits. Drinks are fine as long as they're non-alcoholic and in plastic bottles or containers. No glass for safety reasons. So you can pack a simple picnic if you like, but leave the fast food bags at home, and remember there are plenty of food options inside the park if you want to make a day of it. Rule number 15, smoking and vaping are only allowed in designated areas at Movie World, and Queensland law has an extra twist. You can't eat or drink in these areas, even if it's just a sip of coffee or a bite of your sandwich. Think of these spots as smoke here, only smoke here. If you need to snack or hydrate, step back out first. The designated zones are marked on the park maps in the app, and if you're not sure where they are, just ask a team member. Movie World is all about creating magical memories with your favourite people. And yes, that includes sharing sweet moments together. Holding hands as you stroll down Main Street? Absolutely. A quick hug after conquering the hypercoaster? Go for it. A kiss on the cheek during the parade? Adorable. But here's the thing, if your PDA starts turning into something that feels more like a romance movie than a family day out, you might find a friendly staff member asking you to dial it back. Now, here's an important one for parents. Rule number 17 on our list: children under the age of 14 must be accompanied by an adult at all times. And no, this doesn't just mean walking them through the front gate and then letting them roam through like it's a shopping mall. You can't leave your kids parked on a bench, wandering down Main Street, or hanging out by the ride exit while you go tackle the DC Rivals hypercoaster. Even if your child is super responsible for their age, the park's policy is crystal clear. An adult needs to be with them at all times. This is about safety, supervision, and making sure every guest, big or small, has a secure and fun experience. If a child is found without their grown-up, team members will step in, and that kiddo will be taken straight to Lost and Found, which in this case doubles as a lost parents department until they're reunited. So if you're eyeing a ride your little one can't, or simply won't, go on, you've got two options. Make use of the park's handy parent swap service, or take turns with another adult in your group. That way, everyone gets their thrills and no one gets lost in the process. When it comes to ride photos, every big ride has that iconic say cheese moment. Whether you're white-knuckling it on the hypercoaster, screaming your head off on Green Lantern, or giving your best I'm totally fine face on the Scooby-Doo spooky coaster. But here's the thing, those ride photo preview screens you see at the end, you cannot under any circumstances whip out your phone and snap a pic of them. That quick just for me photo is actually against park policy, and yup, it's all to protect the official photo sales. Plus, here's another twist. If your on-ride masterpiece features any inappropriate or offensive gestures, it won't even make it onto the screens for viewing, let alone be available for purchase. So if you're plotting something funny for the camera, just remember, the park gets the final say on whether it's laugh-worthy or whether your moment of glory disappears entirely. Speaking of photos, your photos and videos are yours to treasure, but rule number 19 says they are for personal use only. That means you can post them to your Instagram, share them with your friends, or make the cutest holiday slideshow for grandma, but you can't turn them into a commercial, sell them, or use them to promote anything without written permission from Village Roadshow theme parks. And before you get too fancy with your gear, there's a few equipment rules to keep in mind. Professional video cameras, gimbals, drones, and anything remote controlled, hard pass. Even if you've got a DSLR with a removable lens, you won't be taking it on rides. Safety first, people. These rules aren't about spoiling your fun, they're here to protect guests, performers, ride operations, and the park's entertainment rights. So by all means, capture those magical moments. Just think family album or Instagram reel, not Hollywood premiere. And finally, rule number 20, Movie World is about fun, not free advertising. That means no commercial activity in the park without written consent, no selling chocolate bars for your school fundraiser, no promoting your services or selling products. Loud music, drums, megaphones, and big banners are also banned because they can disrupt shows, block views, and take away from the immersive experience. Basically, the park wants your focus on the entertainment, not on outside agendas or noise. And there you have it, 20 rules you probably didn't know about Movie World. Most of them are just about keeping the park safe, fair, and magical for everyone. But a few are the kind of inside knowledge that can save you a whole lot of hassle on your next visit. So now you're armed with the info, you can focus on what you're really here for. The rides, the shows, the churros, and maybe, just maybe, spotting Batman on Main Street. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching. As always, this is Jessie for Park Hoppers Down Under. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. We will see you again really soon.